Olmsted Falls and the Amherst Comets, and the Bears had other ideas. In triple overtime, North Royalton got the win in Amherst last week, and they pick up the win. It's their first playoff victory since 2012. You got to go back to 2012 when Nick Chuli's team advanced to the second round and beat Willoughby South that year 38-35. Ended up losing to St. Ignatius in the playoffs, but it has been a long time coming, and COVID or no COVID, this is the second season, and this is a big, big win for North Royalton. To be here in the second round of the playoffs is no small feat. We'll talk more about the Bears in a second. Let's get you a scouting report on Olmsted Falls. For Tom DeLuca, this is just kind of another year for them of elite success. This is the sixth straight year that Olmsted Falls has been in the playoffs. And yes, everybody makes the playoffs in 2020 in this crazy COVID year, but the Bulldogs are here. They're playing well for the most part this season. Really, their only two losses, a tight 3-point loss to Avon. And I mean, that's obviously, that's no disgrace there. They lost in the last week of the regular season to Avon Lake. Didn't play well that night against the Shoremen. Tyler Carey and I talk about it all the time. I think sometimes when you're talking about the week before playoffs this year in 2020, sometimes you put an asterisk next to it. Sometimes it's just not your night. I don't think Avon Lake is 35 points better than Olmsted Falls, but that particular night, the Shoremen really put a hammer down on the Bulldogs. But Olmsted Falls are here now, and they really think that they have the team to make a deep playoff run here in 2020, but they're going to have to avoid getting stumbled tonight against the Cinderella Bears. We bring in the aforementioned Tyler Carey. Of all the places I thought we would be in round two, TC, I did not think we would be covering the North Royalton Bears and Olmsted Falls Bulldogs, but you get a win like they got last week in triple overtime. Why not? Why not a team be a Cinderella that didn't win a game in the regular season? That's, if there's any bright spot of this year in the playoffs, we talked about this on Wednesday, it's the fact that teams that had no shot of ever making the playoffs are still here.
No question, Dino. And I think you mentioned this earlier when you and I were talking in our little pregame powwow, if you will. North Royalton has a story to tell, and this is a very interesting story. I don't think it gets much more interesting than being 0-6 and winning a playoff game and advancing in what was a massive upset, a very great game too. And we've talked about the record itself. This might be one of the stronger 1-6 football teams we've seen. Now, and we're not just saying that just to kind of polish them up. Of their 6 losses, 2 of them were very close to Highland and Stowe, 2 excellent teams that have a chance to go far.
just kind of the 21st century trend. You want the field to be multi-purpose. You want it to be able to withstand the elements, things like that. So at some point, they're going to have field turf, but it's still grass. It's still a stadium that's just kind of, it's tucked into the foliage. You're right by the airport. It's a great atmosphere, and we should be in for a lot of fun tonight between the Bulldogs and the Bears. Olmsted Falls won the toss and elected to defer. That means Drew Kanaba will kick it off, and we will get a look at the Bears offense to start the game. And the Bears offense is going to be led by a couple of brothers who have been playing so well this year, the Abhumides. We'll talk more about them in a second. Zayden and Omar. Zayden ran for 249 yards last week, and Omar is a deep threat as a wide receiver. So Kanaba will kick off, and you've got two back deep, including the aforementioned Omar Abhumde. He's back there waiting for this at the 10-yard line. Bulldogs looking to advance to the third week of the postseason and get their first win of the playoffs here in 2020. The Bears looking to keep this Cinderella march alive. Here we go. Tonight's game is underway. Kickoff angled to the right. It'll be fielded at about the 7-yard line and will be returned to about the 17 and then getting pushed back there. That was Killian O'Callahan, who is another one of the players we've talked about that plays receiver on offense, plays safety on defense, and does the punting and does punt returning and kick returning. You know, that kind of Swiss Army knife type player. That's O'Callahan. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears at their own 18-yard line. Michael Piazza is the quarterback. He is a 5'10", 180-pound junior. He has thrown for 15 touchdowns this year, 6 picks, and 1,349 yards through the air. He is standing next to Zayden Abhumade, and Zayden had 46 carries last week. He's got 1 already. He gets to the 19 and then gets pushed back. R.J. Simon from his safety spot came in and popped him just before he got to the 20. Jeff Dreifke also there on the stop. Give him about 2 as he'll get us forward progress near to the 20-yard line. Abahumde rushed for 647 yards in the regular season and also counting last week. He averages about 5 yards per carry and 8 touchdowns on the ground. Killian O'Callahan, Brandon Lobianco, and Omar Abhumde are the other wide receivers. Ben Petrowski is the tight end. We'll check the rest of the lineups in a second as Piazza goes to throw and hits his man open at the 29-yard line, and that should be enough for a first down, diving to the 30 as Killian O'Callahan makes a nice catch. And that's a gain of 10 and a first down for the Bears. David Hicks, the left tackle. Seamus Coberly at left guard. Jake Sinsar is the center. Timothy Root at right guard. And Logan Woodmansey is the right tackle. Just getting underway here in Olmsted Falls. No score. And the Bears now with a first down at their own 30. Out of the shotgun, Michael Piazza will go on the ground again. And again, it's Abhumde. He'll cross the 30, maybe the 31, and that's really about it. So give about a half yard, and that's it. Marcus Criswell will get credited for the tackle from his outside linebacker spot, 2nd down and 9. But that's going to be a big key tonight for the Bears. They've got to be able to run the football. And, you know, I mean, Abahumde had 249 yards last week. Doing that against Oak Falls is going to be much more difficult, but he's got to be productive. They've got to be able to show the run tonight against the Bulldogs. 2nd and 9 down the ground again, this time a big hole. And Abahumde takes it out to the 39-yard line. Abahumde and gets about 9 on that carry. It'll set up a 3rd and 1. Mally Kilbane, Brendan Corrigan, and Anthony Castrogano up front on that 3-4 defense for the Bulldogs. Marcus Criswell, Luke Diekman, Jeff Dreifke, and Anthony Argenziano are the linebackers. Sam Munoz and Sean Hollenbeck are the corners. Nick Hearn and R.J. Simon are the safeties. Argenziano, that's a great name. On 3rd and 1, we give the carry, and a big gain for Abahumde. He's off to the races, to the 15, to the 10, to the 5, and touchdown, North Royalton Bears. Zayden Abhumde from 61 yards out puts North Royalton up early, 6-0. Followed his blocks behind right tackle Logan Woodmansey And right guard Timothy Root on that third and short just found a little seam. And with the Bulldogs playing in close, Abhumde turned on the gas. And Abhumde gets his 9th touchdown of the season. 61 yards on that run. Max Bunzy for the extra point. Bolt of lightning with 9:17 to go in the first quarter. And Bunzy's kick off the good snap and hold is up, and the Bears up 7-0. Zayden Abahumde, 61-yard touchdown to give North Royalton the early 7-0 lead. We said his first 2 runs, he was basically held in check, and you sit there and say, they're going to have to pound tonight. They're going to have to figure out how to get the running game going so that they're not playing from behind and not making Michael Piazza have to do a lot of the throwing work. I mean, Piazza certainly is capable. He's had a good year, but they want to be able to run the football. And after getting stopped on his first 2 carries, Abahumde got 9, actually about 8 on that second down run, and then comes back with a 61-yard touchdown run to put the Bears on top early. Ethan Williams and Rocco Conti are back deep to receive. Killian O'Callahan, who's the punter, will handle the kickoff duties here for the Bears. 7-0 North Royalton. Little squib kick. It's fielded by one of the up men at the 32, out to the 40, and down at the 43-yard line. Sean Hollenbeck was the return man there. And he puts the Bulldogs in good field position for their first possession. Charlie Ciolik is the quarterback for the Bulldogs. He has thrown for 625 yards, 4 touchdowns. He has run for 145 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bulldogs love to run, and they have about 6 guys on this offense. Think it's very much like Kirtland. They'll play a lot of a wing look. A lot of motion is on the ground. They'll go to Andrew Parkowski on first down, and very little running room. He gets about to the 44-yard line, and that's really about it, about a gain of 1, second down and 9. Parkowski has rushed for just under 500 yards so far this year. Conti, 286 yards. Fiskanich, 319. Kandow, 143. And then you've got Ciolik, the quarterback, 145. You never know who's going to get the ball. Parkowski will get it on second down, and he will take it out to the 48, maybe the 49-yard line of the Bulldogs to set up a 3rd down and 4. Ethan Williams and Jimmy Cooney are the wide receivers. Rocco Conti, Andrew Parkowski, the running backs with Ryan Fiskanich. And then you've got Dom Rivera, Connor Simon, Thomas Voss, Jacob McCabe, and Rami Awad up front for the Bulldogs. 3rd and about 4. It'll go on the ground again, and it's a first down and a lot more for Jack Pinchek. He breaks away at the 30. Pinchek to the 20. He'll take it to the house. That's a touchdown for the Bulldogs. The sophomore Jack Pinchek with his 2nd touchdown run of the year. 51 yards on that bolt of lightning. And with 8:02 to play in the first quarter, each team trading long scoring runs. And it's 7-6 pending the extra point. North Royalton. 51-yard run by Jack Pinchek. Both Rocco Conti, here's a great problem to have if you're Tom DeLuca, the head coach of the Bulldogs. Rocco Conti, he's a sophomore. He'll be back for 2 more years. Pinchek, sophomore, he's back 2 more years. Michael Kandow has had a good year. He's back for 2 more years. A lot of sophomores doing some good work this year. That extra point is up, and it's no good. It's shortened to the left. So Drew Kanaba misses the extra point, and that keeps the Bear lead at 7-6 with 8:02 to play here in this opening quarter. 2 teams trading long scoring runs. Abahumde with a 69-yard scoring run, and then at least I think, 61-yard scoring run, and then Pinchek a touchdown from 51 yards out. Yeah, Pinchek, a 5'11", 175-pound sophomore, coming into tonight in the 6 games of the regular season for the Bulldogs. He had carried it 15 times for 96 yards and a touchdown. And again, Conti, 286 yards, Visconich, 319, Kandow, 143, Parkowski, 497. You never know who's going to come out and be able to run successfully. And that last play was Pinchek. 7-6 Bears as the Bulldogs will kick off here. 4 minutes gone by in this opening quarter. And here comes O'Callahan. He'll come from the 10, finds the middle of the field, 25, puts his head down and takes it out near the 29-yard line. Pretty good run back by Killian O'Callahan. And the Bears will start out near their own 30-yard line. 7:52 to play. First quarter, North Royalton 7, Olmsted Falls 6. With both teams proficient in running the football, kind of the thought, the wink by everybody here in the press box is it's going to be a fast-moving game tonight. Well, the only kind of caveat with that is if we have a lot of scoring. We've had a lot of scoring in the first 4 minutes. Abahumde will stand to the left of quarterback Michael Piazza. 1st and 10 Bears at their own 29. Here's Abahumde. As he initially got stood up, was able to fall forward across the 30, and they'll give Zayden to the 31-yard line. That's a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8. Omar Abahumde, who's a senior, Zayden is a junior. Omar has caught 16 passes this year for 257 yards and 2 touchdowns. So he's a big play threat, along with O'Callahan. In the passing game, O'Callahan already has a catch. Piazza looks to throw, flushed, rolls right, and will keep it, and is going to get pushed back and then dragged down at the 30-yard line. Won't be a sack. It'll be more like a TFL. I think that Marcus Criswell was in there. And I think they may have called, Parkowski also get some time on defense, came in to help make the tackle. So give those guys credit for the TFL, since that was technically a running effort there for Piazza, and it's 3rd down and 10. Piazza, that's his 55th carry of the year for 31 yards. It tells you they want to run it, but he's had to deal with sacks, and he's under pressure on 3rd and long. Flag goes down. Piazza looks to throw, fires one deep right side, and it's incomplete, trying to throw it down the right sideline and overshot his intended receiver. We'll check on that flag. Pachalski was the intended receiver. Hollenbeck was over on the coverage. It's in the area where you expect a holding, and that's exactly the call. And Tom DeLuca says no thanks. They will decline it and set up a 4th down and a punting situation for the Bears. Much better defensive stand that time for Olmsted Falls, as Jimmy Cooney and Rocco Conti will stand in double safety at their own 40 to await the punt from Max Bunsey. Bunsey averaging 33 yards per kick this year, as long as 55. It's a high snap. He goes back a couple paces and gets the kick away. Good high kick. And it takes an Olmsted Falls bounce, and the Bears will have to down it right at the 50-yard line. It was a high kick, but kind of short, and then took about a 6 or 7 yard bounce forward. And the Bears finally had to pounce on it right at midfield. So great field position for Olmsted Falls here in this first quarter, in a 7-6 North Royalton lead, but the Bulldogs will take over right at midfield. Visconich and Conti will be the wings, as Ciolik will go under center. Parkowski, the lone man in the backfield. And on 1st down, Parkowski gets the carry, and he'll plow ahead for about 2, maybe 3, close to the 47-yard line of North Royalton. 2nd and 7. Royalton's defense out of the 3-4, much like Olmsted Falls, Benjamin Kanicki, Dante Chuli, and Nicholas Trotnow up front. Inti Serrato and Matthew Van Steenland are the outside backers. Alex Kucharski, Patrick McDonald, the inside backer. 2nd and 7. Parkowski again. He's got a hole. He gets inside the 45, dives to the 40, and takes it to the Bear 39-yard line. That's a 1st down for Andrew Parkowski. Bears in the secondary, Cole Huzzle and Max Bunsey are the corners. Jacob Lipchek and Killian O'Callahan at the safeties. 5:35 to go, first quarter. North Royalton 7, Olmsted Falls 6. But the Bulldogs on the march now. They've got it at the Royalton 39. Ciolik under center, and he'll give the ball to Pinchek. Pinchek with a hole again. This time he won't take it for the house, but Pinchek will get close to first down yardage as they'll spot him just inside the Bear 31. 2nd and 1. Pinchek's 2 carries, 51 yards on the first one, 9 on that one, so 2 carries for 60 yards. That's not a bad night's work. 2nd and 1 here for the Bulldogs. Pinchek in motion. They'll go to Parkowski. He'll get the first down to the 26-yard line, and ankle tackle down there. About 5, though, for Parkowski, and another first down for the Bulldogs. But with the teams running here, we're already under 5 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. They'll spot it at the Bear 25. Ciolik turns, gives, second man, and it's Rocco Conti. He goes to the outside. Conti crosses the pylon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. 25 yards for Rocco Conti, as each of these sophomore backs, Conti and Pinchek, with touchdowns here in the first quarter for Olmsted Falls, who have their first lead of the night at 12-7. Just wasn't sure if Conti could get all the way turning that corner and make it towards the end zone, and was able to use his speed to get to the outside nicely and gets the touchdown. Drew Kanaba for the extra point. Missed his first attempt, as Jimmy Cooney will serve as the holder. Ball is down, kick is up. Much better effort this time, and it's good. Kanaba hits it to make it 13-7, Falls. We are under 4 minutes to go in this opening quarter. So Conti with his 3rd rushing touchdown of the season. He's also caught a touchdown, 4:23 actually to go here in this opening quarter. And then Pinchek also with a touchdown, his from 51 yards. Conti's from 25. So let's see here. If you're doing the math here, it's 76 yards on 2 touchdown runs. I got a request to ask, and I'm always happy to do this, especially when, you know, the biggest North Royalton fan I know wants to know this. On the offensive line for the Bulldogs, Dom Rivera, 6'6", 295 pounds. He's only a sophomore. He's another one of these super sophomores on Tom DeLuca's offense. That time they ran to the other side, and it was just as successful. O'Callahan will catch the kickoff at about the 11-yard line. He's got a seam, gets to the 30, to the 32. Every time now, the 3 kickoffs to him, seems like he's getting more and more of a seam along the left hash near the numbers, and has the Bears up in pretty good field position at their own 33. Yeah, the offensive line for the Bulldogs, Rivera, 295 pounds, Simon, 210, Thomas Bassett, 240, McCabe, 275, and Awad, 230. 1st and 10 now for the Bears, who trail 13-7, 4:16 to go in this first quarter. As rolling is Piazza to throw on first down. He's got time, fires over the middle, caught for a first down to 50, to the 45, to the 44-yard line, and down there is Omar Abuhomade. His first catch of the night, and it's a first down for the Bears at the 44-yard line. His 17th catch of the year, and that time Michael Piazza had a lot of time to throw the football. R.J. Simon on the tackle, but that certainly, I think, if you're Nick Julie, is what you want to see, your quarterback be able to have a little time and make a good step up, and that was a terrific throw by Piazza. Hit Abuhomade in stride. And now it'll be Zayden getting the carry, Abuhomade, and he gets buried in the backfield for a loss. Anthony Castrogano led the charge from his defensive end spot. Loss of 1, 2nd and 11. Omar Abahumde checks back in there, wide receiver. He'll go out wide right. And Vincent Kaprowski will go wide left. 3 receivers now to the right here on 2nd and 11. 4 wides total. Piazza rolls right, looks, throws, and throws it into the Bear bench, incomplete. Nobody home there, just kind of threw it away. Omar Abahumde was the closest man to the football, but that was one of those cases where Piazza recognized he just didn't have an open receiver on the rollout. Better to throw it away and give yourself an opportunity on 3rd and 11. 3:06 to go here in this first quarter. Olmsted Falls 13, North Royalton 7. All on touchdown runs. Zayden Abahumde started it with a 61-yard scoring run for the Bears, and then Olmsted Falls came back with touchdown runs by Pinchek and Conti to seize the 13-7 lead. In motion is O'Callahan, 3rd and 11. Piazza rolls right again, throws, threw behind his intended receiver, and incomplete. As I think that was O'Callahan who's trying to pick it up off the grass, and officials right on top of there to say, nice try, but that's incomplete. And you look at Piazza, at least on his throws, they roll him out to buy him time, obviously, but he looks a lot more comfortable when he doesn't have to roll. For example, the throw to Omar Abahumde earlier in their drive, I mean, it was just a perfect strike. He had to step up, but didn't have as much accuracy or zip on the ball on that effort to O'Callahan. High snap, Bunsey pulls it down as they'll kick it away, trying to pin the Bulldogs deep. It'll bounce inside the 20, picked up at the 12, I believe that's Cooney, and he'll run across the 20 and out of bounds just shy of the 25-yard line. So Jimmy Cooney on that run back. Huzzle forced him out of bounds. They'll mark it at the Bulldog 24, 1st and 10, Olmsted Falls, leading by 6 with 2:50 to play in this opening quarter. Ciolik has the Bulldogs ready to go. Man in motion on 1st down. They'll give it to the first man through. And out to the 30 near the 31-yard line, Andrew Parkowski. Patrick McDonald came over to make the tackle from his linebacker spot, but that's a gain of about 6 on 1st down for Parkowski. Bulldogs really have been able to run it at will here so far in this football game. Get out of that wing look on 2nd down. They'll go to the swing man. I believe that's Kandow who got the carry out to the, nope, it's Pinchek, I'm sorry, out to the 34-yard line. I say 34, but I think they're marking him a bit short. So it's going to be 3rd down and a long yard. And actually, less than a yard, really, to be honest with you. Again, same look out of the wing tee on 3rd down and short. They'll go Parkowski up the gut, 1st down, keeps his feet chopping, crosses the 40 and takes it to the 42-yard line. 9 tough yards for Andrew Parkowski and another Bulldog 1st down. So we're under 2 minutes to go in this first quarter. Bulldogs bringing in a substitute on the offensive line. Colin Simon, a sophomore, 6'1", 270 pounds, checks in. So it's another 1st down here for Olmsted Falls. They've got it now at their own 42. Ciolik on the ground again. This time the Bears do a good job stacking up Parkowski at the line of scrimmage and knocking him back. Innie Serrato was the first Bear to make contact, and then Dante Chuli came over to help finish it off. No gain, 2nd down and 10. We are under 1 minute to play here in this first quarter. Olmsted Falls 13, North Royalton 7 in the 2nd round of playoff action here at Olmsted Falls High School. As Parkowski, they'll fake to him, set up the option. Bears read it nicely and make the tackle for a loss back at about the 39-yard line. Max Bunsey from his corner spot came in, read that option beautifully, we're not fooled by the fake at all. Almost like a wishbone type play, and it's a loss of about 3, 3rd and 13 coming up. Bulldogs will have to run one more play before the end of this first quarter. But this is not necessarily what they want to do. They can throw. I mean, Charlie Seelik's had a pretty good year throwing the football. He's been efficient. But they'd rather run it. 3rd and 13, Seelik to throw, rolls right, being chased, rolling, looking, throwing, pass caught at the 43-yard line, pin check, trying to break away. O'Callahan finally drags him down at the 45, near the 46, but it's going to be well short of the first down as the first quarter clock comes to a close. It'll be 4th and long for the Bulldogs to start the second quarter. So 1 quarter of play already in the books here at Olmsted Falls. And the Bulldogs lead the Bears 13-7 as Tyler Carey rejoins me. Nothing real surprising there first quarter, TC.
No, you said that both teams were going to run the ball, and they've certainly done it, and both have done it very well. An exciting start to this game. It's going to be interesting to see which defense can step up and neutralize that running game and hopefully pull away as we get further on in this one. Some scores for you, Dino. I do have one correction to make. The winner of this game will not play Bedford and Hudson. They will play Wadsworth or Avon Lake.
Gotcha.
And the Shoremen currently lead the Grizzlies 3-0 in the first quarter. These other games also in the first quarter. Mayfield leads Nordonia. That game is 7-0. Walsh up over Garfield Heights. That is 14-0. Hoover, North Canton Hoover leads Lake 15-0. Brunswick, who we saw last week, they lead Canton McKinley 10-0 in the first quarter. Menor up on Stone Monroe Falls 7-0, and St. Edward with an early 3-0 lead on Medina.
All right, thank you very much, TC. I got to tell you, as Tyler was doing that last score, Drew Kanaba nearly had his punt blocked. It was a short kick, and it went out of bounds inside the 45 of the Bulldogs. We'll see where they're going to actually spot this here, but make that of the Bears. I'm sorry. This will be good field position, though, to start this drive for the Bears. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 40. But as I just said to Tyler Carey, we just saw Brunswick last week. I'm not surprised a bit. The Blue Devils are playing at a real high level right now. We'll see if they can maintain that against a very good McKinley team that has the capability of striking quickly. Here, as we start the second quarter, Olmsted Falls leading North Royalton 13-7. North Royalton has the ball on the ground on first down, and getting trapped in the backfield for a loss is Abahumde. Marcus Criswell was the first man back there, and I don't know if it was Mally Kilbane who helped him to finish it off there, but that's a loss of 1. It's 2nd down and 11. Zayden Abahumde had first 2 carries of the game, didn't really do a whole lot. Got an 8-yard run, and then on 3rd and 1, ripped a 61-yard touchdown off to get the Bears off early, and it looks like they just drew the Bulldogs off sides. Kind of a hard count there by Michael Piazza, and it looks like it has drawn the Bulldogs off there. That's a first penalty of the night, I believe. No, take that back. We had a holding as well. That's right. That was declined. But that 5-yard penalty will now make it 2nd and 6 for the Bears at their own 44. Piazza will have 2 receivers left, 1 near side right, 2nd and 6. Abahumde breaks a tackle, breaks a second tackle. Late flag goes down as Zayden goes down at the 47-yard line, gets 3. Let's check on the flag. Preliminary is it's on the Bulldogs. We may have had a face mask. But we are marching into Olmsted Falls territory, so it's definitely on the Bulldogs, and I'm pretty sure it is indeed going to be a face mask against Olmsted Falls. So move the ball all the way up to the Bulldog 38-yard line. Trips receivers right, including the tight end Pacholski. 1 receiver left. Piazza to the shotgun, and he'll run left. He's got room to the 30, 25-20. Piazza finally knocked out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Gets 22 on that pickup and a first down for the Bears. Had everybody thinking Abahumde was going to get the carry, and executed the fake beautifully. They'll actually spot it at the 17, so give him 21 on that pickup. And a first down for the Bears. They trail 13-7, 10:33 to play in the first half. Piazza on the shotgun. Abumde to his right. Zayden gets the carry. He gets stood up. And maybe got a yard. Maybe. They may give him the 16. He'll get a yard, second down and 1. Well, and this is, I'm sure, Nick Chuli knew that everybody was going to be keying on Zayden Abumde and what he was going to be able to do. They're going to have to figure out how they can work the ball to him if Olmsted Falls, but also go elsewhere if Olmsted Falls is going to key on him like this. Piazza to throw on second down. Oh, he had a man open, looks, fires, and it's incomplete at the 2-yard line. Oh, I don't think he saw Ben Pacholski. He was wide open in the end zone. He missed him. And instead was looking for Vincent Kaprowski, who nearly made a rolling catch, but it's incomplete at the 16-yard line. Kaprowski, was trying to make the rolling catch and just couldn't pull it in at the 3-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 9 from there. I don't know if Max Bunsey has attempted a field goal this year. At least on the stats, it didn't say he had. So just keep that in mind. 3rd and 9 for the Bears at the 16. Pops over the middle, pass caught at the 10 to the 9. And it's Omar Abumde, and he makes the catch. Short of the first down, but they're going to mark it at the 9. It will set up a 4th down and just over a yard. 4th down and 2. And I think the Bears are going to go for it. They are. They'll bring in 3 backs in the backfield. 4th down, quick hitter. Abumde, first down as he gets the surge to the 6-yard line, and it will be a 1st and goal for the Bears. Zayden Abumde. Oh, wait a minute. They're giving the ball to Olmsted Falls. I don't know if they said Zayden fumbled. They must have, because all he needed to do was get inside. Well, now the officials are going to take time here. He needed to just get inside the 8-yard line. And now they're measuring. All right, I got to tell you, maybe I'm looking at it wrong because the chains are on the far side for me, but this really seemed like a no-brainer to me that it was a 1st down. Let's see. They'll stretch it. And 1st down. 1st down, Royalton, just to be specific. Yeah, initially, it looked like they were to spot him inside the 7. And then the spot was actually a little bit further back from the 7-yard line. But it is a 1st down after all of that. It looked like the Bulldogs. We were sitting up here going, when did Zayden fumble the ball? But no, they thought he was short, but it is a 1st down and a 1st and goal now for North Royalton. At the 7. Same formation. Well, as they get to the line here, officials say not so fast. They're going to move the ball to the middle of the field. It was near the right hash. Piazza. I think he's got Greco, Abumde, and a 3rd man back there, but Zayden will get the carry at the 5, and he'll fall forward inside the 5-yard line. Yeah, Innie Serrato has also come in as a fullback as well. Abumde gets to the 4. It's a 3-yard gain, 2nd and goal. 3 minutes gone by here in the 2nd quarter. North Royalton trying to tie it up here as they trail 13-7. 2nd and goal. Piazza gives Zayden Abumde inside the 2 to maybe the 1, and it'll set up a 3rd and goal from there. So mark it at the 2, 3rd and goal from there. I mean, I can't imagine it'll be anything. Well, this would be a good time for kind of a play fake here, but I would imagine they'll go to Zayden again. They will. And he's not going to make it. He gets smothered by the Bulldogs. Nick Hearn came up from his safety spot to make the stop. It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line. They'll actually give him forward progress to the 1. 4th and goal there. Look, nobody expected the Bears to be here, so Nick Chuli is not going to settle for a field goal. He wants a touchdown and a tie right here. 4th and goal at the 1. Abahumde gets the carry, surges to the end zone, touchdown Bears. That was a lot of effort by North Royalton, but Zayden Abahumde gets his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 10th of the year. A touchdown on 4th and 1 ties us up at 13 apiece with 7:52 to play in this first half. Max Bunsey for the extra point to try to put the Bears back in the lead. Yeah, Tyler Carey had it exactly right at the quarter break. It's this game really does feel like it's going to come down to defense as the extra point is up. Line drive kick is good, and North Royalton back in the lead, 14-13. You know, it's which defense can kind of clamp up and stop the run. And the fact, I think, that Olmsted Falls on their previous possession had to go to a 3rd 13. I mean, it's just not something that they're really comfortable doing. And it'll be interesting to see now how the Bulldogs respond. We're all not actually make that 14-13 North Royalton. Bulldogs 4-2 in the regular season. North Royalton 0-6. Bears went in, knocked off Amherst last week in triple overtime. And as we approach the midway point of the second quarter, they lead Olmsted Falls 14-13. Yes, again, it'll be another squib kick. And they'll run up and grab it. I think that is Williams who gets it. Out to the 25, and it'll be put down at the 30-yard line. Ethan Williams on the run back. And it'll be 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line for the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs. This is when we talked about it, you know, on Wednesday when Tyler Carey and I had the show. We talked about it, you know, countlessly with people all week. This is, you know, in a year that's been so difficult for these athletes, these kids, these coaches, parents, family members, you know, having a story like this. You have a team that didn't win a game in the regular season, getting a shot in the playoffs on 1st down. Pitch out goes to Rocco Conti, and Conti will break a couple of initial tackles. Nice little second effort there for Rocco, and he takes it out to the 39-yard line for a gain of close to 8 on 1st down. But that was a prime example. There was no way in the world that Nick Chuli was going to kick a field goal on 4th and goal from the 1, or earlier in that sequence, 4th and 2 from the 9. You know, nobody expected the Bears to be here, and they're playing like it. And, you know, you can play with your hair on fire sometimes when you feel like you've got nothing to lose. It's the playoffs. 2nd and about 3. This time Parkowski gets to carry 1st down a lot more to the 50, to the 49 of the Bears. And another 1st down for the Bulldogs rushing attack. Andrew Parkowski gets 13 on that gain and a 1st down for the Bulldogs. Trying to march right back after seeing the lead go back to North Royalton. 7:20 to play here in the first half. Again out of the wing. Parkowski, the lone man in the backfield. And in motion pitch out, Michael Kandow going left. And Kandow didn't have a whole lot of room to turn and then was put down at the 47-yard line. Max Bunsey came up from his corner spot to make the tackle. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8. I think that's Kandow's first carry of the night. I don't think we've seen Brian Fiskanich carry it yet. Jimmy Cooney goes out wide right, and Carson Atkins goes wide left on 2nd and 8. And the give is going to be to Pinchek. Pinchek runs right, takes it to the 46, to the 45, and Jacob Lipchek made a terrific tackle to prevent Pinchek from getting a first down. I got to tell you, if Lipchek doesn't make that tackle, Pinchek is off to the races. Instead, it's 3rd and 5. So Pinchek gets 3 on that carry. And that's a terrific open field tackle by strong safety Jacob Lipchek. This time, Bulldogs will go tight on 3rd and about 5. Here's a pitch out, left side. And we said Fiskanich hadn't gotten a carry yet. I believe that's his first. Inside the 40, down to the 37-yard line. That's a first down for senior back Ryan Fiskanich. Matthew Van Steenlamp makes the tackle. And where are they going to mark this here? At the Bear 37-yard line. Well, that's what the Bulldogs needed there. This one looked like they were going to be upended here. Ethan Williams goes out wide right. Atkins to the left on first down. It's Rocco Conti getting it. And he'll be put down by Patrick McDonald at the 36 for a gain of about 2. Actually, give him 1, 2nd and 9. We're under 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. North Royalton 14, Olmsted Falls 13. Dave DeNatale with you on our WKYC.com high school playoff football game of the week. It's been an entertaining one here so far. Quarterback Charlie Seolick ready to go. He'll fake the pitch, back to throw, looks deep, right side for Pinchek. Couldn't pull it in at the 14-yard line. He was open, just a little too tall for him. Pinchek is 5'11". He needed to be about 6'1 or 6'2 to pull that in. And instead, it's a 3rd down. Cole Huzzle was back on coverage. And it's, again, one of those 3rd and longs that the Bulldogs don't necessarily like because of the way they run offense. But that's Seolick can throw, as we said all game long. They don't want to necessarily have to throw because of their offensive line and their wealth of running backs that they run out of the wing, but Seolick can throw. He's got a good arm. 2 men go in motion and the flags go down. I was going to say, wait a minute, that's probably not right. And going down is Kandow back at the 37-yard line, but this wouldn't even count it anyway. Penalty on too many men in motion against the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs. So instead of 3rd and 9, it's going to be 3rd and 14. Oh, it's a declinable. I didn't think it was going to be a declinable penalty. I guess apparently it is. Well, it's still. Don't they? Okay, it's 4th. Okay, got it. Now they're saying 4th and 9. Okay. It's like it's either 3rd and 14 or 4th and 9. It can't be both. All right, here we go. 4th and 9 for the Bulldogs at the North Royalton 36. Here's Seolick. Is official stop play, and I think Tom DeLuca wanted a timeout. And he'll get that timeout, first timeout for either team here in this first half. Good decision because, look, you want to make sure everybody's on the same page. It's a 4th and long. If you don't get it, the Bulldogs are going to, or think that the Bears of North Royalton are going to get the football back with a lot of opportunity to do something here before the halftime intermission. Halftime, we'll check in with Tyler Carey. We will also see what is happening with scores from around the area. We will also be entertained by the Olmsted Falls Band. But if you're just joining us, North Royalton took the early 7-0 lead on a 61-yard touchdown run by Zayden Abahumade. And then the Bulldogs came back, got a 25-yard touchdown run by Jack a 51-yard touchdown by Jack Pinchek, 25 yards from Rocco Conti, and then Abahumade on 4th and goal at the 1 tied us up, and then the extra point made it 14-13. That's where we stand now. Bulldogs have elected now to punt instead of going for it on 4th and 9, as Kanaba will try to pin the Bears deep. Kick will sail to the left into the Olmsted Falls bench, And we'll see where they spot it. Inside the 20 for sure. I'm going to guess at about the 18, maybe 19. 20. Okay. Yeah, that's close. But the Bears will take over, leading by a point with 4:27 to go before halftime. Keep in mind, Olmsted Falls won the toss and elected to defer, so they'll start the second half with the football. I like that thinking, though, by Coach DeLuca, understanding, look, you're going to get the ball first to start the second half, and if you can shut down the running game here, as Abahumde breaks an initial tackle, crosses the 25, and takes it out near the 28. Not so much for that, but got about 8 on that gain. If you can stop the Bulldogs here with 2 timeouts, I'm sorry, the Bulldogs, if they can stop the Bears with 2 timeouts, you have an opportunity to get the football right back. Zayden Abahumde gets 7 on that carry, is officially spotted at the 27, and it's a 2nd and 3. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. And Piazza will give it again to Zayden. First down as he puts his head down across the 30, then got pushed back. But Zayden Abahumde gets another first down, give him 5 on that pickup. Forward progress to the 32. Clock still running. We are under 3:40 to play after they move the chains in this second quarter. Yeah, if you're the Bears here, what you'd love to do is put together a nice sustained drive, keep the Bulldogs off the field, and do no worse than going into the locker room up by a point. As Piazza to throw in first down, lofts one deep right, has a man wide open at the 40, to the 30, down to the 20, 15. It's Abahumde, and he'll score. Touchdown, Omar Abahumde. 68 yards on that scoring strike. Oh, he was so wide open going down that left seam. It was unbelievable. And you just kind of felt once he got to about the 30-yard line, it was a foot race, and Omar was not going to lose it. So the Abahumdes lead the Bulldogs 20-13. Omar with a touchdown catch, Zayden with 2 touchdown runs. Extra point for Max Bunsey. Ball down, kick up, kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, and then it'll remain a 7-point Bear advantage, 20-13, with 3:12 to go in the first half. For Michael Piazza, that is his 16th touchdown pass of the season. For Abahumde, that is his 3rd touchdown catch. That one was a home run strike, and that was, again, another example for Michael Piazza in the pocket. He just seems much more comfortable and much more accurate with his throws. So that bolt, I mean, everything except for that 1-yard touchdown, everything tonight just has been big play after big play, both teams. Bears almost had 1 too many men in. Let's see here, 5, 10, 11. Okay. They almost had 12 men on the field for this kickoff, but they were able to get a man off in time. As O'Callahan will kick it off to Conti and Williams. And it's going to be Williams catching the squib at the 17, crosses the 20. Nice patience as he got around the 25 and finally put out of bounds at about the 28. Bulldogs will have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line with 3:07 to play before halftime. Olmsted Falls with 2 timeouts remaining. They trail by 7 now, 20-13, after that touchdown pass from Piazza to Omar Abahumde. I didn't see there was an illegal use of hands call against the Bulldogs, apparently. That's been a big problem for them here in the second quarter, penalties, and it starts them now at the 25. On the ground It's Parkowski, and Parkowski with a nice head of steam. He'll get the first down across the 35 out to the 36-yard line. They called a penalty there, but I don't. If they marked it 10 yards from the spot, it must have been back. The penalty must have been at the 38-yard line or what have you. Huh, interesting. As they'll go, same play here as they'll go to Parkowski, but this time he has stood up. Nicholas Trott now makes the tackle. And Kanicki also there on the stop. Parkowski will get credited for about a 3-yard pickup, 2nd and 7. 2:30 to go, first half. Bears 20, Bulldogs 13. Olmsted Falls on the march. Ciolik will go to the option, pitch left to the 40 to the 41-yard line. Kandow is the ball carrier. Short pickup of about 2, maybe 3, and it will set up a 3rd down and a little over 4. As we go under, 2 minutes to play in this first half. Big play here for the Bulldog offense, trailing by a touchdown. Ciolik will turn and give a big hole. First down, Kandow crosses the 50 down to the 49 of the Bears. You know, on that wing T, you fake, everything goes to the right, and moving left was Kandow, and with a big hole and a first down. Again, I mean, in this first half, Fiskanich, Kandow, Conti, Pinchek, Parkowski have all carried the football. You never know where that ball is going. Ciolik drifts back to pass, being chased at the 50. He'll run to the 45, to the 40, and then actually upended shy of the 40-yard line. Clock still moves. Max Bunsey on the tackle. Got about 8 on that pickup. 2nd and 2. Ciolik, pitch out left. It's Fiskanich to the 40, picking and weaving, breaking a tackle, goes out of bounds, gets the first down at about the 37. Well, that's exactly what you needed there. Stops the clock with 1:05 to go, and it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. As Olmsted Falls will have it now at the North Royalton 35. Carson Atkins will go out wide right. Ethan Williams wide left. Ciolik under center. 1st and 10 on the ground. And to the 31-yard line, Rocco Conti is the carrier. As we're under a minute to play. Got about 4 on that first down pickup. It's 2nd and 6. Bulldogs keeping one eye on the clock, one eye on the yardage here. 2nd and 6. Ciolik again to Conti. On a little give, kind of counter inside the 25. Conti will take it to the 23. He needed 8. He got 8. That's a first down. Clock stops to move the chains. And Tom DeLuca says, let's take a timeout. With 38 seconds to go, it will be 1st and 10 Bulldogs at the North Royalton 23. A couple of nice runs there by Rocco Conti, including that last one on the counter. Shift everything left. Conti goes to the right and finds room. So the Bulldogs do have a timeout, but now you sort of have to change the approach a little bit. Because if you're going to run between the lines and between the tackles with that one timeout left, it's going to make it awfully hard to get yourself in a position if you want to get a touchdown here. Now, at the same time, there are so many bags of tricks out of that wing T and so many things you can do with it. You know, you never know. Fakes, options, quarterback keepers, things like that. Makes it tough on the defense. Wouldn't be surprised. The ball's on the left hash if they may run it left here and run it towards the sidelines. That's exactly what they'll do. Pitch out. It's Conti left, and he will indeed go out of bounds after a short gain. And if he got a gain, it's very short. Let's put it that way. Second and 9, we'll call it. 32 seconds to go. So, yeah, officials even marching it back saying no gain. So, forget the 1 yard gain. No gain, 2nd and 10. Ball at the left hash at the North Royalton 23-yard line. Viscanich and Cooney go out wide left, right, Williams wide left. Seolick drifting right, throws right, looks to the end zone, and it's knocked away, incomplete. Was looking in the back of the end zone, and Cole Hustle came over to knock it away, incomplete. Was looking for Cooney in the end zone. Clock stops, 3rd and 10 now for the Bulldogs with 27 seconds left. Ball at the Bear 23. Cooney, and this time Conti out wide right. Williams wide left. Seolick to throw. Has time. Pops it over the middle. Pass is caught, but probably didn't even get a yard there, and the Bulldogs are going to have to use their final timeout here. With 21 seconds to go, it'll be 4th and 9. I think Conti was the one who made the catch. And it looks like Tom DeLuca is going to bring in Drew Canaba to attempt a long field goal. They'll put it down at the 30, so it's a 40-yard attempt. Not a lot of wind tonight, so that won't be a factor. It's 4th and about 10. They'll say it was a no gain on that last play. Ball down, kick up, kick is blocked. Kick is blocked, and the Bears, with 16 seconds to go, high-fiving as they will stop the scoring edge. It was Jimmy Cooney who fell on the football after it was blocked, but it will be Bear football with 16 seconds to go at the 34-yard line of North Royalton, and I would imagine Nick Trulli will be very happy to have Michael Piazza go to a knee and head to the locker room with a 7-point lead. Now, Tom DeLuca thought that Canaba had the capability, certainly, of a 40-yard kick, but just never really had a shot because of the pressure in by the Bears to block that kick. And indeed, Piazza will go to a knee, and the Bears of North Royalton, trying to keep this Cinderella season going, they are leading the host Olmsted Falls Bulldogs at the half, 20-13. And very interesting, Bears are on their way to the locker room, and before the Bulldogs can do so, the entire roster has been gathered together on the field. So whatever Coach DeLuca wanted to say, couldn't wait for the locker room. I think he wanted to say something now, and now he's sent them on their way. Yeah, this is coming in. I don't know a lot of people that were expecting the Bears of North Royalton to be leading at half, but continuing the surge that we saw from a week ago, and they have the edge by 7 here at the break. Olmsted Falls Marching Band will entertain us at halftime. I'll be back with you in a few minutes. Tyler Curry will join me for a look at scores as well. Again, your score at the break, it's North Royalton 20 and Olmsted Falls 13. Back with more coming up here in a minute. Enjoy halftime in the band, everybody.
Hey, how are you? Oh, you know what? It's easier when
The pride of Olmsted Falls, Bulldogs Marching Band would like to welcome you to our halftime show. The band is under the direction of Mrs. Julie Mudd and will take the field with the song Stand There and Entrance. And now, the pride of Olmsted Falls, the Bulldogs Marching Band!
You know, and we have this record. But one of it is stop. Like it's stop and put it on. You know what I mean? Like, and they're like, yes.
Featuring some outstanding solos, it's time for one of the Bulldog marching band's favorite jazz tunes. Originally recorded in 1938 by the Bobcats, we present Big Noise America! Again, thank you to our assistant marketing directors, Mr. Michael Miller, Mr. Brian Budd, Mr. Lewis McCoy, Mr. Taylor Wood, and Mr. Bill McLean. Mr. Lester Business, Mr. Bill Wallace, and Mr. John Woods of Western Band. We would also like to shoot out a special thank you tonight for the Arrows Service Board provided by our band snack sponsors. Antonio's Pizza, Discount Trademark, Industrial Shredders, Lombardi's Food Service, Dante's, and Years. PI Place, Signatures, Grand Pacific Popcorn, and Ohio Representative Tom Gaffney. And you all stay safe.
I hope you enjoyed the Olmsted Falls marching band there at halftime. So we welcome you back here up to the press box. Dave DeNatale with you, and this you kind of shake your head and say, "Man, you expect to see one thing and you see something else," and that's kind of it's been pretty indicative of this playoff run for the North Royalton Bears. At the half, the Bears leading Olmsted Falls 20-13. As Tyler Curry will join us here in a second. And, Tyler, I think if you said, okay, what do you expect out of a game tonight when you match up these two teams? Well, you thought, well, they would get at home day going early running the football. But the fact that I think the Bears played better defense in the second quarter and were able to get a couple of stops and prevent this from being like a 28-20 type game or something like that. That maybe I didn't expect to see. The fact that they've been able to a couple of times really stop the Bulldogs.
No, I mean, when O Falls went up 13-7, it looked like that could have been a situation where they might start to run away with it because they were really gashing that Bear defense. But the Bears came back. The brothers Abu Hamde, certainly doing their part to keep North Royalton ahead in this game. And we mentioned it beforehand, they just seem so much more confident. They feel like they can play with anybody in the world right now. And I think we also talked about them being 0-6. That was kind of misleading because of the schedule that they played, because of some of the close calls that they had. They have nothing to lose right now. And at the moment, the Bulldogs seem like they're a little bit shell-shocked.
Well, it was interesting. Normally you go to halftime and teams will just jog off the field, walk off the field, whatever, and head to the locker room. Tom DeLuca had the entire team huddle around him at the 50-yard line before they headed to the locker room. And it'd be interesting. He wanted to get something in that couldn't wait for the walk to the locker room.
And I can imagine that thing was something along the lines of, guys, get it together. We need to focus. Not that you're going to be just poo-pooing a playoff game, even though North Royalton is 1-6. But theoretically, this is a game that Olmsted Falls should be winning. That's no disrespect to North Royalton. But it seems like they've been a little bit sloppy, especially after going up 13-7. If they can right the ship, I think that they could potentially pull away and win this game by double digits. They have the talent to do it. But right now, North Royalton, I don't want to say they're in their heads, but it seems like they know they can play with them, and that's going to make for a very interesting second half.
They've got the confidence, no question. All right, you mentioned earlier the winner of tonight's game will face either Avon Lake or Wadsworth. What's happening in that matchup?
Well, that's a very close matchup so far. I think a lot closer than any of us would have expected. Avon Lake leads Wadsworth 13-7. That game is only in the second quarter over in Lorain County.
Defense being played in a Wadsworth game? There's defense back. I'm stunned.
A little bit surprising, especially after we saw Hudson hang 62 on them earlier this year. The other big notable matchup in Division II, Mayfield leads Nordonia 21-17. That game is in the second quarter. We knew that was going to be a back-and-forth matchup. Some of the higher seeds, Holben playing Kent Roosevelt tonight. Last I checked, they were up 49-0 on the Rough Riders, and it wasn't even halftime yet. That was kind of expected. Hudson is also up on Bedford 28-0 in the second quarter. Division I, Dino, this right now is where the really interesting action is. the top seed, St. Edward, taking on Medina tonight. The Eagles up just 17-14 at halftime. So the Battling Bees certainly doing some battling in that game so far. Also, Menor playing Stoneman Falls. The Cardinals are up just 14-7. That game is also at intermission. So two very, very close games from two squads that we felt would kind of be on a collision course for the regional final. Not so fast. They get it, long way to go so far, but both their opponents battling right now. St. Ignatius currently up on Euclid 17-7. That game is in the second quarter. And one more game at halftime, the Blue Devils of Brunswick, who we saw last week take down Jackson, they lead Canton McKinley at intermission 17-7. We said in our preview show this week, we felt like they could have a chance to win that game. So far, they're in control.
That's great. We'll see if that they can maintain that, but that's the perfect start for them. And with the way they can run the football and the way they play defense and force turnovers, 10-point lead in the second half, I think it's where they would want to be. I think Mark Pinzone will take that,
especially with that offensive line and even the defensive line winning the battle in the trenches. I think they're in a perfect position right now. Now, the Bulldogs have a very good team, so I don't want to count them out just yet. But I think you hit the nail on the head. Brunswick is got to be feeling good about where they are right now with 24 minutes to go in that game.
All right, TC, thank you so much. We'll check back with you a little bit later on and keep an eye on the scores here as we're just about ready to start the second half of our game here. In a night, and Tyler just mentioned, I mean, it's a night of upsets, brewing. Okay, well, let's put it this way: not necessarily upset game, results maybe we didn't necessarily expect, or the conventional wisdom would say, I'm surprised by this. We've got one here is the North Royalton Bears, who went through the regular season 0-6. A couple of close losses, including the aforementioned Stowe. Tyler just talked about the Bulldogs. They lost to Stowe, I think it was 21-14. I mean, it was a close game. They had a couple of close ones this year, but in a tough schedule, they still had to play Suburban League teams. The Bears went 0-6, and you sit there and you go, man, we got to finish off the year at Amherst and play a playoff game, and that's it. They beat the Comets in triple overtime and came out early, got the early lead here tonight, kind of withstood. TC mentioned it. The Bulldogs came back, a couple of long touchdown runs in response, one by Conti and one by Pinchek. They're down 13-7, and you're like, oh, okay, well, here we go. But, the Bears came in, had a hard-fought drive to come back and take the lead on the 1-yard touchdown run on 4th and goal, and then went to the air and got Abahamde for the touchdown catch. And the Bears start the second half with a 7-point lead. But we'll see. After Tom DeLuca had a chat with his guys before they went into the locker room, we'll see if that has the impact that he wants to start the second half. It'll be, I believe Jimmy Cooney is back there to receive to the left, and Rocco Conti to the right. O'Callahan will kick it off for the Bears as we are underway in the second half. Ball will be fielded. It's Williams at the 13-yard line. Momentarily dropped it, picked it back up, and got brought down shy of the 20-yard line. Good coverage downfield by the Bears. It was Max Bunsey on special teams who made the tackle. You call his number a lot tonight. And besides just punting and place kicking, he's made a couple of nice plays in the secondary, and that time he makes a special teams tackle right at the 20, 1st and 10. Charlie Siolik will bring the Bulldog offense back on the field. Cooney in at receiver. He'll go tight to the right. Tight left will be Carson Atkins. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs as they'll go on the ground and running to the 25, out to the 29 to the 30-yard line, and a first down. On that carry is Andrew Parkowski. And he gets 11 on that run and a first down to the 31-yard line. That's exactly what the Bulldogs want to do, kind of reestablish control of the line of scrimmage. First down, and again, it is, nope, that's going to be a pitch. A nice ball handling, pitch right out to the 37-yard line to the 38 is Rocco Conti. Everybody bought, including me momentarily, the give to Parkowski up the gut. And a nice pitch to Conti. Innie Serrato made the tackle for the Bears, but it's a gain of 9 on first down, 2nd and 1. Atkins goes out wide left. 2 wings to each side, and they'll go to Parkowski. He'll get the first down as he'll take it out to the 43-yard line. So on 2nd and short, he gets about 3 on that pickup, and it's a first down for Olmsted Falls. Bulldogs off and running here on this drive, but they trail at 20-13. It's about a minute gone by here in the third quarter. Ciolik sets the offense out of that wing tee. It'll be Conti in motion. Conti gets the pitch, runs left, tries to get to the outside, and he'll be brought down at about the 46-yard line. Initially, it looked like they were going to have him down for a bit more or a bit less of a loss, but he was able to use his strength, was Conti, to get about 3 on that pickup, 2nd and 7. Conti, 5'8", 170 pounds. He looks, I mean, it's 170. It's kind of deceiving the way he runs. You'd think he's more like 195 pounds. 2nd down, Parkowski will get the carry, and he'll dive ahead and get the first down. Just kind of follow behind Dom Rivera, his 295-pound left tackle, and just kind of picked, weaved, and then dove and got the first down into Bear territory at the North Royalton 46. It's a nice piece of running by Parkowski, very patient. This has been a good start to this drive by the Bulldogs. As Cooney will move near side right here, and on first down, they'll go on the ground again, and again it's Parkowski, and again he finds good running room and gets a first down inside the 37 to the 36, near the 35 of the Bears. Huzzle and Kanicki on the stop for the Bears, but they don't have a stop right now for Andrew Parkowski in this Bulldog offensive line. Ball at the Royalton 35, first down, Ciolik under center. Pitch out, right. Here comes Pinchek. Pinchek inside the 30. Actually, no, that's Rocco Conti, excuse me. Inside the 30, Conti to the 23. That's another first down. Bulldogs getting about 12 yards pretty much, it feels like every carry right now, and just picking up yards in chunks on this drive. First down now at the Bear 23. Conti gets 12 more. Ethan Williams and Jimmy Cooney serve as the receivers, but they're both in tight movement along the line. We're going to have an offsides against the Bears. Now, Royalton really unnerved right now on this drive. So move it up now to the Bear 18 and make it 1st and 5. 9:10 to play here in the third quarter. North Royalton, for the moment, leads by 7. 1st and 5 after the penalty. The give is Parkowski. Finds a room to the 10. Parkowski dives forward to the 9-yard line where it will be 1st and goal. Alex Picharski on the tackle. 1st and goal at the 9. And Bulldogs quickly to the line. And again, it's Parkowski. This time he is brought down right about at the line of scrimmage. And we've got late pushing and shoving. And somebody got pushed in the end zone here, and the flag came down. Ben Kanicki made the tackle, but let's check on the penalty here. Bulldogs are marching in reverse. Personal foul, face mask against Olmsted Falls. And that scrum that happened near the end zone, apparently it was a Bulldog who initiated that, And that's a costly, costly penalty. It'll now be 1st and goal at the 25 after that penalty. 4 wide receivers. Ciolik under center. He'll go on the ground. Parkowski will take a couple of tacklers with him to the 15-yard line, and he gets 10 on that play. Innie Serrato on the stop. Serrato got treated to about a 5-yard run there. 2nd and goal from the 15. Yeah, Parkowski. I mean, 6 foot, 225 pounds. I mean, big, strong, and quick. 2nd and goal from the 15. And again, it's 4 wide receivers for Charlie Ciolik. He'll go under center. Quick strike. He finds Conti at the 15, breaks the tackle at the 5, goes down to about the 3-yard line. McDonald makes the tackle to keep Conti from scoring. It will be 3rd and goal from about the 3-yard line. But the fact that I'm 1st and goal from the 25, you can give the ball to Andrew Parkowski, and he can get you 10 yards quickly like that. Man, it makes your life a lot easier when everybody's thinking pass. 3rd and goal for the Bulldogs. Now they can go back to their base wing offense here. The give, Parkowski up the gut, and he is in. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Andrew Parkowski from 3 yards out pulls Olmsted Falls to within 1, pending the extra point. That was a tremendous 80-yard touchdown drive by the Bulldog offense. Very little fancy there. It was a lot of Andrew Parkowski. Kanaba in for the extra point to try to equalize things at 20. But message was sent by Tom DeLuca before halftime, message received by the Bulldog offense on that opening possession. Ball is down, kick is up. We are tied at 20 with 7:28 to go in this 3rd quarter. I mean, that's Bulldog football right there. And despite that face mask penalty, they were able to kind of maintain their poise, run a couple of high percentage plays. Parkowski with the run, just a quick little throw out to Rocco Conti to get them close to the goal line. And on 3rd and goal, I mean, there was no doubt that Andrew Parkowski was going to get the football. We are back to even now at 20 apiece. And this is going to be an important response here for the Bears coming up. I go back to what Tyler Carey and I were talking about at the end of the 1st quarter. It was going to be, both teams can run the football. And we've seen that tonight. We've seen big runs from both teams. But, it's at what point which defense is able to clamp down and make a stop here. And North Royalton was able to do that in the 2nd quarter. Now it'll be Olmsted Falls' opportunity. It's a short kick, angled right. Bears will run under it at the 25, out to the 30, to the 35, to the 37-yard line. We'll see when they uncover the. Didn't see. I think that may have been Omar Abu Hamde who brought it back, and it was. And he'll take it to the 37. Both Zayden and Omar Abu Hamde with touchdowns in the first half. Zayden with 2 touchdown runs, Omar with a touchdown catch. Nick Truly would like both of them to score again here in the second half. It'll be Zayden getting the carry, short yardage. He'll plow ahead to the 39-yard line. Abu Hamide gets 2 there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Yeah, Zayden getting a 1-yard touchdown, and he also scored from 61 yards out in the first quarter. 2nd and 8 for Royalton. 6:55 to play in the 3rd quarter. All knotted at 20 here at Olmsted Falls. Trips left, 1 receiver right. Abu Hamide to the right of quarterback Michael Piazza. 2nd and 8. Fake handoff, pass over the middle. Callahan has it, 1st down, right at the 50-yard line. Similar to what we saw earlier in this game. RJ Simon on the tackle for the Bulldogs. That's a gain of 12 and a first down. High percentage pass, and it was right on the money by Michael Piazza. Now, Callahan likes to run those underneath routes, and why not? Omar Abuhamide with O'Callahan out wide right. Kaprowski goes wide left, and they'll go to Zayden Abuhamide, and he'll go nowhere right at midfield. No gain on the play. Nose tackle Brendan Corrigan on the stop, 2nd and 10. As we go under 6 minutes to play in the third quarter, winner of this will get the winner of Wadsworth and Avon Lake next Friday. This time the Bears will have 2 receivers to the left side, 2nd and 10. Fake to Abuhamide, rolling right is Piazza. He'll keep it, and he'll run towards the first down marker, out of bounds. I think about a yard shy of the first down. We'll see where they mark it at about the 42-yard line. But second time we've seen Michael Piazza show his ability to run, and it will be a 3rd down and 1 as he gets 9 on that pickup. Yeah, Seolik's ball handling tonight. Now the wing T has been excellent, but Piazza's done a pretty good job in his own right. 3 in the backfield, nearly at offsides for the Bulldogs. Abuhamide gets the carry, and he will have the first down as they'll cross the 40, and they'll say Zayden took it to the 39-yard line, and a first down for the Bears. A good response here by North Royalton after the touchdown by Parkowski to tie the ball game. Bears in Bulldog territory now at the Falls 39. Again, 3 in the backfield, and Abuhamide gets the carry. Initially stood up, and then he gets dragged back. I don't even think they'll give Zayden a yard, as the Bulldogs were ready for that one. 2nd and 10. In that look, they bring in as an extra fullback Innie Serrato. I wouldn't mind running behind him, but the Bulldogs are ready for that particular play. And again, 3 in the backfield. I think Greco's the other one. 2nd down, back to throw. Piazza, nobody to throw to. Flag goes down. Piazza runs. He will get the first down and out of bounds at the 25, but this one likely coming back. The flag was thrown down all the way on the far side of the field, which, it's unfortunate for North Royalton because it was well away from where Michael Piazza was. Holding against the Bulldogs is the call. Well, so that was the reason, apparently, that Michael Piazza couldn't find anybody downfield. And ball was spotted after the gain, and I think Nick Truly is saying, hey, look, I'd rather just take the yards in the first down and decline it. And that's exactly what the play is going to be. So first down run by Michael Piazza, and the Bears have it now, 1st and 10 at the Falls 26. 4:28 now to play here in the third. North Royalton 20, Olmsted Falls 20. Been a dandy tonight here at Olmsted Falls. Probably a lot closer than a lot of people thought that were logging in here or in attendance tonight here at Olmsted Falls. Shotgun here for Piazza. Back to throw. Looking. Firing deep. Left side in double coverage. It was almost intercepted. It was almost intercepted at about the 3-yard line. Nick Hearn nearly came away with the pick. Trying to see who the intended receiver was. It may have been Vincent Kaprowski running a post. It was. And the play almost took so long to develop, and Hearn got a chance to really get a beat on the ball and try to make the interception. And again, it's a pass breakup, but Dangerous throw for Piazza. 2nd and 10. They'll go to O'Callahan on a little end around here. Flag goes down. This is going to come back as O'Callahan gets to the outside and would have had a first down, but this could be a holding against the Bears for sure. First time we've seen them go to a jet sweep for Killian O'Callahan. And it's going to result in a costly penalty on the hold. As, let's see where they march this back to. 10 yards from the spot. Let's see, they still haven't marked it yet. Yeah, it should be at the 36. Yep. 2nd and 20 now for the Bears. They'll go with 4 wide receivers, including 2 on each side. Abu Hamade goes out wide right. Piazza the throw, fires one over the middle, intercepted at the 10-yard line, out to the 20, to the 30-yard line, and down there as the interception is made by Luke Diekman. Diekman back in coverage, makes his 2nd interception of the season. I got to tell you, I don't think Piazza saw him, to be honest with you. Just kind of throwing it to a spot, and Diekman read it beautifully and gets that turnover for the Bulldogs. 3:45 to go in the 3rd quarter, and a pivotal stop by the Olmsted Falls defense. Now the offense will try to seize the initiative here. Seolick from the 30 gives Parkowski, and Parkowski will bowl his way ahead for about 5 on that first down run. Give him 4. 2nd down and 6. Now, Parkowski has had a superb night running the football for the Bulldogs. But it all goes back to that holding penalty, because it made it 2nd and 20 and really put the Bears in a passing situation. As on 2nd down, the give it in the backfield. Boy, North Royalton had 2 or 3 guys back there to blow up the play, but they still did get a couple of yards out of it. Visconich was able to take it forward to about the 37. Seolick nearly had himself ripped down as he was making that handoff. Did well to get rid of it, and they got 2 yards out of it. That time the Bears just kind of shot the gap nicely coming in on the play. Dante Chuli, and Chuli almost got the handoff. 3rd and 4 for the Bulldogs from their own 37. Here's a pitch out, goes right, and Rocco Conti gets the first down, breaks the tackle at the 50, and finally put out of bounds at the 46 of the Bears. Rocco Conti able to get to the outside where he loves to run, and he moves the chains and puts his team now in Royalton territory with 2:22 to play here in the 3rd quarter. It's just remember that moment, that interception by Diekman, that really could prove to be a pivotal point in this football game. Moving along the lines, and somebody from the Bears got drawn off for the 2nd time in this 2nd half for an encroachment. 1st and 5. Move it up to the 41. And for the first time tonight, you kind of, now I feel the Bears kind of have the jitters a little bit. We talked about it with Tyler Carey at halftime. They've been playing with their hair on fire, but mistakes that we hadn't seen in the first half, we're seeing in the 2nd half. Parkowski will get the run, and very close to a first down. Remember, it was a 1st and 5. And they will mark it just shy of a first down, so it'll be 2nd and 1. Well, this will be interesting here. If Tom DeLuca wants to get a little creative on 2nd and short here. So we approach 1 minute to play in this 3rd quarter, all tied at 20. 4 wide receivers. So they will do something a little different here. On 2nd and 1, it'll be give the Parkowski first down to the 30, down to the 28-yard line. Matthew Van Steenlant was the first to get a hat on him, but it's another first down for the Bulldogs, courtesy of Andrew Parkowski. Patrick McDonald will get credited for the tackle as they'll spot it at the 29. Bulldogs were down 7-0, came back, took a 13-7 lead. Fell behind 20-13, now trying to get the lead back. Ciolik with a nice fake to Parkowski, keeps it, and gets a couple to about the 27, maybe the 26-yard line. They'll spot it at the 27, so give them a 2-yard gain there, 2nd and 8. We're down to 45 seconds to play here in the third quarter. But again, just something to give the defense another look. You're keying on Parkowski every time and try to pop something wide maybe on the left. Bulldogs, again, go 4 wide receivers as they get out of the wing here, 2nd and 8. Parkowski gets the call up the gut. He'll take it to the 24-yard line and reaches close to the 23. That'll probably be the final play of the third quarter. And it'll be 3rd and 4 coming up for the Bulldogs. 3 quarters in the books here at Olmsted Falls. Your score after 3, Olmsted Falls 20, North Royalton 20. Tyler Carey with us as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. It's play, you know, you can tell, man, it's playoff time.
And I love it. Isn't it fantastic, Dino? This is what we've been waiting for. This sense of, not just a sense of normalcy, but just all around good football that we look forward to year after year. Now, scores from around the area. That Wadsworth-Avon Lake game, of course, the winner of this game will play the winner of that game. Shoreman still lead just 13-7 in the third quarter now in Lorain County. Nordonia and Mayfield, the Wildcats now lead 21-17, still lead 21-17 as they enter the third quarter of play. St. Edward has now opened up a 24-14 lead over Medina in the third quarter. Menor as well starting to pull away. They lead 28-7 over Stowe Monroe Falls in the third. St. Ignatius leads Euclid just 17-14, second half just underway in Cuyahoga County. And Brunswick has now opened up a 24-7 advantage on Canton McKinley, that game in the third quarter down at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium.
Yeah, the Renaissance looks like it's going to continue another week, TC. Thank you very much. 3rd and 4. They'll go to Rocco Conti. He'll be brought down in the backfield by the Bears. Patrick McDonald came in and got him from behind. Back at about the 24-yard line. That's a loss. And move it back now to a 4th and 5. Boy, that's just what the Bears needed, though. Big stop on defense. Can they get another one and get the football back? 4th and 5 for Olmsted Falls at the North Royalton 24s. We're underway now in the fourth quarter. Out of the wing look, Parkowski in the backfield. Ciolik pitch out left side. And not going to get there. Conti is brought down back at the 25-yard line. Well strung out by the North Royalton Bear defense. I think I saw Greco over there. Serrano was over there as well. Great stand by the Bear defense. And they will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25. But just when it looked like the Bears were on their heels, they get a couple of stops, and now they get the ball back. As we begin the fourth quarter here in Olmsted Falls, all tied at 20. Now Piazza ready to go on 1st down. Abu Hamade gets the carry, and got a yard, maybe a yard and a half. Really, that's about it to the 26. I mean, Abu Hamade had the 61-yard touchdown run, and he ran, I think, for an 8-yarder right before that. Most of the rest of the night, the Bulldogs have done a pretty good job on him. I'm going to sound like Butch Davis when I say that. Yeah, Jamal Lewis was great, except he had a 75-yard run against us. 2nd and 8, back to throw. Piazza, quarterback draw, and he's got room. Crosses the 30, takes it to the 35-yard line for a Bear 1st down. Nice pick up there by Michael Piazza and a 1st down. And what you love to see, you know, Piazza his last time on offense, he was intercepted by Diekman and just kind of comes back and, picks up the first down running the football. It's not something, again, that he's been productive at this year, but he's been productive running the ball tonight for the Bears. 1st and 10 from the 35. Abu Hamide gets the carry and able to squirt forward for a couple near the 38-yard line. I'll give him about 3 on that pickup, 2nd down and 7. Zayden Abu Hamide, 6'2", 205 pounds. Not as big as Parkowski, but runs very similar. 9:45 to go, 4th quarter. In a 20-all tie, Bears have a 2nd and 7 now at the 38. Abu Hamide gets the carry again, bounces off one tackler, still running, gets forward to the 40-yard line for a gain of 2 to set up a 3rd and 5. Everything is tough tonight for Abu Hamide. 3 different Bulldogs converge on that tackle, 3rd and 5 coming up. Not that I'm going to be a play caller for Nick Chuli, but if I were, I might look to Killian O'Callahan on that slant. Just a suggestion. Fake handoff. Piazza rolls left, throws, and the pass is broken up and incomplete. Sean Hollenbeck broke up the pass intended for Omar Abu Hamide. And it'll be a 4th and 5 coming up, and Nick Chuli will send in the punt team. That's a great play by cornerback Sean Hollenbeck to break up the pass for Abu Hamide, who was open momentarily. So Bunsey will kick it away. Rocco Conti and Jimmy Cooney in double safeties at their own 30-yard line. In a 20-all tie here in Olmsted Falls. Again, high snap, pulled down, went off the side of Bunsey's foot, and out of bounds at about the 36-yard line of the Bulldogs. They're actually giving the 35, so that's only a 20-yard punt. What's it, 25-yard punt. Bunsey this year averages 33 yards per kick, but that one not one of his better efforts. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs with 8:50 to go here in the 4th quarter. And the thing you think about with both these teams, no matter who's got the offense, generally you're not going to have unless you break off a big play, most of your drives are long sustained drives because both teams run the football. So the Bulldogs can put something up here. Parkowski gets the carry on 1st down, and Dante Chuli brings him down at the 37-yard line, a gain of 2, 2nd and 8. If you're able to get a long sustained drive and punch it in, your opponent probably likely wouldn't have a lot of time to respond. In a typical Bulldog or Bear scoring drive, the way they run the ball. Of course, you break away a long one like we've seen tonight, then it really doesn't matter. As they'll go to the option on 2nd down, pitch out goes to Kandow. Kandow will be brought down by Patrick McDonald at the 39. Now they'll give him the 40-yard line. So he gets 3 on that pickup to set up a 3rd and 5 for the Bulldogs at the left hash at their own 40-yard line. We are under 8 minutes to go in the football game. North Royalton 20, Olmsted Falls 20. 3rd and 5, Bulldogs at their own 40. Ciolik under center. Gives Parkowski 1st down as he crosses the 45 and dives ahead to the 46-yard line. McDonald again on the stop. 1st down on the 6-yard pickup by Andrew Parkowski. Love watching him run. He's just so patient. In addition to being strong and having those quick feet, he's very patient. Lets his blocks happen and then just kind of knifes his way through holes. Again, following behind, Dom Rivera and Connor Simon on the left side. From the 46 of the Bulldogs, 1st down. Ciolik back to Parkowski, dragged down. Chuli there, and McDonald there as well. About 2 on that pickup, 2nd and 8, as they'll move it up to the 49-yard line. Actually, give them 3. 2nd down and 7. Under 7 minutes to play in the football game. Bulldogs go to 4 wide receivers on this set, 2 to each side. Parkowski, the lone man in the backfield. Ciolik, quick drop, fires, pass caught. Pinchek has it at the 45 of the Bears. About a yard shy of the first down, so it'll be 3rd and 1. Max Bunsey from his corner spot on the stop. 3rd and 1 Bulldogs. And essentially now, everything is 4-down territory pretty much now for Olmsted Falls. Now they're on the North Royalton side of the field. Same look, 2 receivers each side. Parkowski in the backfield. 3rd and 1. Andrew gets the carry, and he'll get the first down. Didn't get much, but didn't need much as he falls forward down to the 43-yard line. First down, Olmsted Falls. Nicholas Trott now from his defensive tackle spot on the hit. First down Bulldogs at the Royalton 44-yard line. Clock starts to move again. We are halfway through this 4th quarter in a 20-all tie. Winner moves to round 3 of the playoffs next week. Ciola, quick drop. And the pass caught by Conti. Conti inside the 40, out of bounds at about the 36. Again, quick hitter. I mean, Ciola takes 1 step back, and the ball leaves his hands as he comes in out of center. One of the few quarterbacks we see during the course of a year still playing under center predominantly. Why not? It's a grass field, wing tee offense. Why not, right? 9 on the gain on the catch by Conti, 2nd and 1. Back to Parkowski, and initial surge should be enough for another first down. So he took it to the 34-yard line. So spotted just inside the 34-yard line. And they'll move the chains indeed, first down. Yeah, I was going to say, it should be a first down, guys. Yeah, it is. Okay. But again, this drive's starting to consume some time off the clock, and good for Olmsted Falls right now, not so good for North Royalton. Pitch out. Conti goes to the right, cuts inside the 30, and Rocco will take it down to the 26-yard line for a gain of 8 on first down. Everybody thinking it's Parkowski one way. And again, on the counter, Rocco Conti gets a big gainer. Under 5 minutes to go. It'll be 2nd. They'll give him 7 actually on that gain. 2nd and 3. As they'll spot the ball now at the Royalton 27. They'll spread 2 receivers out and give it to Parkowski, who is smothered in the backfield. And again, Patrick McDonald knifing in from his linebacker spot makes the play. And something got broke down because I think Tom DeLuca literally, when this ball was snapped, had his arms in the air and saying, "Why are you doing that?" It's a loss of a yard, so it's now 3rd and 4, another TFL for Patrick McDonald. So we approach 4 minutes to go in the game. Again, I would expect it's 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. 3rd and 4. Ciolik fakes the pitch, rolls right, dumps it off, and pass is caught, but caught short of the first down. Parkowski made the catch and just kind of fell down at the 27-yard line. Only got about a yard on the play, so it'll be 4th and 3. 3:40 and counting to go in the football game. You know, North Royalton played a triple overtime game last week. We ready for more here? Bulldogs trying to maintain possession. 4th and 3 at the Bear 27. Under center, Ciolik. He'll go 2 receivers to each side, and Tom DeLuca says, let's talk about it. Timeout Bulldogs. With 3:18 to go in the football game, that's the first timeout for either team here in the second half. Man, something happened, though, on that second down play that was not the way the coach drew it up. And he just telling his arms in the air saying, why did you do that? And I have no idea who it was, but somebody missed an assignment there, and it ended up helping to cause that loss. And it kind of set us up now on the 4th and 3. 3:18 to go, fourth quarter here in our WKYC game of the week. The heavily favored Olmsted Falls Bulldogs in a 20-all tie against the 1-6 North Royalton Bears. Went through the 6-game regular season without a victory, upset Amherst last week in triple overtime, and are taking the Olmsted Falls Bulldogs here to the limit on their home field tonight. 4th and 3, Olmsted Falls. The ball at the right hash near the 27-yard line of North Royalton. Here we go. Siolik ready. In motion, Kandow. As he moves to the right, now moves back left. Another man goes in motion. It'll be Parkowski getting the carry, move the chains, first down. Well, you needed 3. He got about 4. And in this situation, why not go to your best player? It's been Parkowski all night. Why not give him the ball in that scenario? And we have an official's timeout here. One of the offensive linemen for the Bulldogs, I think, is going to need help off the field. It's Jacob McCabe. McCabe got shaken up and needs a trainer and one of his teammates to help get him off the field here. And matter of fact, Connor Simon, his fellow offensive lineman, was helping him. And one of the guys from the bench from the Bulldogs came in and say, hey, let me help you there. 1st and 10, Olmsted Falls, with 3:13 to go here in regulation. Now the clock starts to move. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs now at the Bear 23. Jimmy Cooney flanks out wide right. Ethan Williams wide left. On first down, the give is to Kandow. Runs right. Flag goes down. Kandow is put out of bounds inside the 15 to about the 14, but this one is going to come back holding on Olmsted Falls. Well, stop the clock with 2:49 to go. As they move it back to the 33-yard line to make it a 1st and 20. 2:49 to go in regulation. 20-all tie. Cooney to the right. Williams to the left. Parkowski in the backfield with 2 wings on each side. Parkowski gets the carry, and he'll take it inside the 30 to about the 28-yard line. So about 5 on 1st and 20. It'll be 2nd and 15. Lipchek on the tackle. 2nd and about 15. So we approach 2 minutes to go here in regulation, all tied at 20. The pitch out goes left, and being brought down at the 25-yard line is Ryan Fiskanich. Nope. I keep thinking it's 45. It's 44, Rocco Conti. And I can't complain about the jerseys. They're one of the easier jerseys to read, but I saw Fiskanich check in earlier, so that's why I thought he had gotten the football, but it was Conti. 3rd and 12 coming up after that 3-yard gain. 1:40 to go here in the 4th quarter. 3rd and 12, Bulldogs. Under center is Siolik. Fakes the handoff, looks right, throws, and is incomplete, trying to find a diving Jimmy Cooney at the 5-yard line. He was there, just overshot him. He had Parkowski coming out of the backfield, but it's the higher percentage throw, but he had Cooney open for what would have been at least a 1st and goal. Just couldn't get it there. So now that stops the clock. 4th and 12 for the Bulldogs with 1:25 to go. And they're going to go for a field goal here. They tried a long one earlier, and Canaba had it blocked. Timeout Olmsted Falls. I think they're going to think about this a little bit. I'm kind of, I got to tell you, I'm kind of surprised. Canaba earlier in the game had a 40-yard attempt blocked. It was right before halftime. I mean, even if you don't get if you go for it on 4th and 12, you don't get the first down to 25. It's likely what you're doing is setting up overtime because the Bears, that's a long way to go to even get into field goal range. And I know they have all their timeouts, but you're more or less setting up for overtime if you don't get the first down. And I think they're gonna keep the field goal team in there. This will be a 41-yard attempt to give Olmsted Falls the lead. Jimmy Cooney is the holder. Again, not much wind tonight on a cool night. We're under 50 degrees now. It's gotten chilly here in Olmsted Falls. Here we go. Bulldogs for the lead. Canaba's kick. Line drive. It has the distance, but it goes well to the left. With 1:19 to go here in regulation and all their timeouts, North Royalton will take over at the 25-yard line. Yeah, I got to tell you, I'm surprised. Actually, at the 20-yard line. That's correct. I apologize. That's right. Just kind of surprised there. And Tom DeLuca knows his kicker and knows what he can do. And it wasn't. It was just well left. It wasn't short, but Bears will take over at the 20 now. First down. And here's quarterback draw. Piazza gets to the 30 and wrestled down at about the 31-yard line. And I mean wrestled down. Nick Hearn grabbed a hold of him and just kind of wrestled him to the grass. But it's a first down. 1:12 to go here. 1st and 10. Piazza looks left. Still looking. And is just going to eat the football and tries to stay in bounds. And I'll tell you what, there's a late flag. There's going to be a necessary roughness. They had flirted with that the play before. Tom DeLuca is 10 yards on the field with the headset off, barking at the officials. I mean, I understand the frustration, but that's going to be a personal foul for unnecessary roughness. 15 yards for the Bears with 59 seconds to go here in regulation. The play before Piazza had been, as I said, Nick Hearn had kind of, really hit him down hard. And that play, Piazza's just trying to keep himself in bounds. Bears will take a timeout with 58 seconds to go. They will take over after that penalty, 1st and 10 at their own 46. Can the Bears pull off another upset? Well, now all of a sudden, with the ball near midfield, Max Bunsey can start maybe thinking about a potential field goal opportunity here. It's a tough call, but just back to the penalty for a second. It's in this scenario, in a playoff game with under 2 minutes to go, it's a tough call. I think if the previous play hadn't happened where Piazza had been tackled down hard, I'm not sure if they would have called that flag, but they did, much to the chagrin of the Bulldog faithful here. And North Royalton has it 1st and 10 at their own 46. With 58 seconds to go. Bears, by the way, now with 2 timeouts remaining. Bulldogs have 1 remaining here in the second half. All tied at 20. Shotgun for Michael Piazza. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. He'll position Zayden Abahamade to his right. And it'll be a keeper for Piazza. And plows forward for a yard, and that's really about it. 2nd and 9. Bears at this point with not really showing a ton of urgency here. And it might just be content. Nick Truly rips off the headset now, and I think he wants to talk to his guys. Something something might got lost in translation. 2nd and 9 with 37 seconds to go, and now the Bears down to 1 timeout remaining. The play call and the way they kind of responded to it afterwards kind of made you think, well, the Bears are thinking, all right, we're just going to let's get to overtime here and not turn anything over. But message may not have been received by everybody here, so it'll be 2nd and 9. Again, the winner of this will face either Avon Lake or Wadsworth next Friday night. Avon Lake 2 weeks ago hammered these Olmsted Falls Bulldogs, but we've talked about it a couple times. Those week 6 games, it was hard to put I don't care who you talk, a lot of credence into it because you don't know if teams were resting players or whatever before it started the playoffs. Here we go on 2nd and 9. Piazza rolls right, looks back left, shakes a would-be tackler, runs left, looking, and he'll run out of bounds, short of the first down, but he gets into Bulldog territory near the 45, and that stops the clock with 26 seconds to go. It'll be, well, so they're going to actually say he went out of bounds at the 47, I think. At the 48, okay. I thought he got out of bounds a little closer to the mark, but he did. 3rd and about 4. Now the ball on the Bulldog side of the field, but you have to think really for Max Bunsey, he's going to need another 20 yards or so for a realistic field goal attempt. 3rd and about 4, back to throw Piazza, looks left, looking, he'll throw as he was hit, and it's incomplete. Flirted with a grounding. Crowd in front of us, Tom DeLuca, the rest of the Olmsted Falls faithful wants a grounding. They're not going to get it with 18 seconds to go. It's 4th and 4, and the Bears are going to punt it. I think that's probably the smart call there. So Bunsey will punt it. Rocco Conti in single safety at about the 13-yard line. So provided we have nothing crazy here, start getting yourselves ready for overtime, folks. And before we can run the play, we've got a flag down. Bulldogs will delay a game. So, the Bears will delay a game. So march them back 5. And we'll try it again. And that penalty gives the Bulldogs an opportunity to shift personnel, and they bring in Cooney to join Conti in double safeties at the 25-yard line. Good snap here. Bunsey gets the kick away. High kick. Bulldogs will let it bounce inside and the 20 and really at the 20-yard line. 10 seconds to go in regulation. We are headed for overtime, barring anything extraordinary. For the 2nd consecutive week here in the postseason, the North Royalton Bears are going to play an overtime game. Now they really had, I mean, the whole thing is for North Royalton. It really has been a second season. And, we just sit there and say, boy, there had to be something good to come out of the coronavirus and everything that, the team and the town and all of us have had to go through, certainly, as the Bulldogs will indeed take a knee and send us into the first overtime period. So there had to be something good to come of it, and it's been a memorable postseason for North Royalton. An overtime win in triple OT last week against Amherst, and now overtime here in Olmsted Falls against the heavily favored Bulldogs. So we'll head to the 50-yard line and see who will have the opportunity here to decide if they want to go first or let the other team go first. And it gives both coaches an opportunity. And Tom DeLuca is going to have his entire team huddle around him just like he did at the end of the first half and, get the message across. It's amazing. You look at statistics. This is actually Olmsted, North Royalton, I should say, came into this game averaging 20 points a game, 20.9 actually. They're at 20 right now. Olmsted Falls offense came in averaging, I don't even have it here, but the North Royalton defense averaged 45 points allowed per contest. Much different story here tonight. So the captains are at the 50-yard line. Andrew Parkowski representing the Bulldogs. My guess is I'm trying to see who is in there for the Bears. The coin flip is in the air, and we will see. Yeah, it's always one of those things. All right, so let's see. Oh, Dante Truly, by the way, was in there for the Bears. So it'll be the Bulldogs apparently won the toss. It'll be North Royalton going first at the 25, and then it'll be the Bulldogs with the opportunity. And that's usually what teams want to do. You want to see what you have to do as opposed to having the offense first. So actually start at the 20, unlike college at the 25. But the Bears will get an opportunity here to try to strike first. 20-20 tie here in overtime in Olmsted Falls. Bulldogs defense is already out there. Nick Truly taking a few extra moments here with his offense to set it up here. Michael Piazza will bring the offense on the field. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Bears as we start overtime from the 20. Full house backfield. Zayden Abuhamide gets the carry, and there's a late fumble. It looked like he was about to go down, and let's see. Officials say, nope, it's still Bear football. And there's a flag down as well. So sideline warning is the call against the Bulldogs. Right tackle Logan Woodmansey recovered the fumble. Abuhamide got 2 on that carry, so it'll be 2nd down and 8. Again with the full house, Serrato. And Greco in the backfield. Abuhamide gets the carry. He'll plunge ahead to the 15-yard line. So give him 3, and it'll be 3rd and 5. Third down and 5 for the Bears. Omar Abuhamide will check in. He and O'Callahan will go out wide right. Vincent Kaprowski wide left. Zayden Abuhamide to the left. He'll fake the handoff to him. Pass is caught inside the 10, at the 5, to the 3, to the 1, and no touchdown. But it'll be 1st and goal for the Bears. Omar Abuhamide makes the catch. 1st and goal at the 1 for the Bears. Officials took a long time to decide whether or not that was a touchdown or not, but it'll be 1st and goal for the Bears. Ball near the right hash. Again, out of the full house look. Quick snap. It's Piazza keeping it, and he's in. Touchdown, North Royalton. Michael Piazza plunges in from a yard out to put the Bears on top 26-20 here in OT. And a very important extra point coming up here for Max Muncy. Touchdown set up by the pass by Piazza to Abu Hamade. There we go. Ball is down. Kick up. And the kick is good. Bears take the ball first and get the touchdown by Michael Piazza from 1 yard out to grab the 27-20 lead and put it all now back on the Bulldogs. And of course, my favorite question when you get to these situations, because we went through this last year. Last time I had an overtime game was last year at Byers Field when we watched Menor and St. Edward play. If the Bulldogs get a touchdown, does Tom DeLuca go for the extra point, or does he try to win it with a 2-point conversion? First things first, Bulldogs have to get a touchdown. From the 20, Charlie Siolik has them ready to go. We've got a flag down. Somebody might have lined up off sides. Yep. Somebody was lined up off sides for the Bears, so it'll be 1st and 5 at the 15. Now, tight wing T, and ready to go now is Parkowski gets the carry and gets dragged down for no gain right at the line of scrimmage. Annie Serrato and Patrick McDonald combine on the stop, 2nd and 5. 27-20 Bears in overtime. Bulldogs with a 2nd and 5 at the 15. Siolik ready. Sends Conti in motion, pitches to Conti, cuts inside, and probably would have been better going wide outside. He got put down at about the 13-yard line. Gain of 2, and it sets up a 3rd and 3. Nicholas Trott now gets credited for the tackle. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs. They must get a touchdown and an extra point to send us to double OT. Siolik ready. Conti in motion. All kinds of movement. Somebody crashed from North Royalton into the backfield into Siolik. Offsides again. 1st down. 2 offsides penalties here in overtime for the Bears. And it's now 1st and goal at the 8-yard line. Boy, the worst time for those kinds of penalties. They were both pre-snap penalties. From the 8, 1st and goal. Siolik ready. Conti in motion, give to Parkowski, and surges for a yard or so, but pretty much got stacked up by a host of white jerseys. 2nd and goal. They'll give him forward close to the 7 and mark it 2nd and goal from there. 27-20 in overtime. North Royalton leading Olmsted Falls. 2nd and goal for Falls. Siolik with Parkowski behind him. 2 wings and pitch out. Conti, left side, goes in, and touchdown, Rocco Conti. Swings it out right to left, and he takes it in for the touchdown. And the Bulldogs, initially I saw Drew Canaba run out, run back, and now he'll run out, and the Bulldogs will attempt the extra point. Rocco Conti with his 2nd touchdown of the game. That one from 6 yards out. Canaba to send us to double OT. Ball down, kick up, on its way. It is good. Double overtime. 27-27. Man, you gotta love it. Double overtime here at Olmsted Falls. Well, you just kind of held your breath for the extra point by Kanaba because, you know, the couple times he's kicked tonight, everything is low on the trajectory, and you know, it's ripe for being blocked, but Kanaba was true there on the extra point. So now we'll go to the other side, and Bulldogs will get the first crack at it. Yeah, this is for everything that we've all gone through, but specifically thinking about the Olmsted Falls players and the coaches and their staff, and North Royalton and their players and coaches and staff, and the fans and the families. You know, to have a great football game like this tonight, when, you know, 2 months ago we're sitting there wondering if we were even going to have high school football in 2020. You know, this is what you love. Again, Dante Trulli and Andrew Parkowski will do another. The captains are on the field. Are we doing another coin flip? Yeah, I didn't think so. Officials wanted to make sure everybody knew we were moving to the other end of the field. As the Bulldogs will start at the 20-yard line here. Always tough, I think, after you've, as a defense, after you've given up a score, you got to stay right on the field again and facing that same scenario. 1st and 10 from the 20 for the Bulldogs as we start double overtime in a 27-all tie. Siolik will pitch out, going to the right. It is Rocco Conti trapped in the backfield and brought down for a loss. Benjamin Kanicki, from his defensive end spot, came in and got the TFL. They'll mark it back to the 23. It's a loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Double overtime. I mean, North Royalton played triple overtime last week. We're in double overtime now in a season that nobody expected to be stretching out this far. Bulldogs now, 2nd and 13. Option. Here comes Pinchek, who slips after he got the pitch and brought down at the line of scrimmage. Just trying to make the turn, and he just stumbled there. They'll give him about a yard on the fall down, so they'll mark it ahead to the 22, but it's going to be a tough 3rd and 12 here for the Bulldogs. From the right hash, Fiskanich and Conte are the wings. Parkowski, the lone man in the backfield. 3rd and 12. Siolik to throw off a couple fakes with time. Lofts one. End zone. Intercepted by the Bears. Intercepted in the back of the end zone. And North Royalton will have an opportunity to win the game on offense. Jacob Lipchek, who made a pivotal tackle earlier in this game, comes away with the interception. And the Bears will start at the 20-yard line, just needing any kind of score to win the football game. A couple of nice fakes by Siolik, but just threw that into no man's land, and it was ended up being just Pinchek playing center field there to make the play. Abrahamade goes out wide left with Callahan. Wide right, Kaprowski. Zayden Abrahamade gets the carry on 1st down, breaks a tackle to the 15, falls forward to about the 13-yard line, and we've got an injured Olmsted Falls Bulldog. Jeff Dreiche, who made the tackle, is holding his left leg. 7 yards, one of the best pickups since early in the game for Zayden Abrahamade. Now, the good news for Dreyfke, it looks like that's just a cramp. And he's able to walk off the field. It did not look good initially. So Dreyfke will come off, and it'll be 2nd and 3 for the Bears. Any score for North Royalton sends them to the 3rd round of the postseason. Full house on the look, 2nd and 3. Abahamade gets the carry, and he'll move the pile ahead inside the 10-yard line. And it should be 1st and goal from that spot for the Bears. And it will be 1st and goal. Well, now you're in field goal range as well. So, I mean, and we've got a Bear who I think is having a cramp issue there after the play. And somebody's down in a seated position. And it's one of the offensive linemen. And they're going to check his right leg. Yeah, it's, despite the chilly weather tonight, yeah, it's still one of those nights where you got to be hydrated. And Bears will send a couple people to help. It's David Hicks, the left tackle. Omar Abhamade, who I imagine is going to need to get to the huddle here at some point, helped his teammate walk off the field. Actually, Omar's not going to come in on this play, so they'll probably stay in the full house look here. 1st and goal, Bears, trying to pull off a 2nd consecutive upset here in the playoffs. Here we go. Piazza under center, 3 in the backfield. Pitch out, Abahamade at the 10, dives forward to about the 7, maybe the 6-yard line. 2nd and goal. No, spotted at the 7, so 3 yards for Zayden Abahamade. Michael Piazza got the signal in from Nick Chuli, now runs back into the huddle. 2nd and goal, Bears. Piazza under center, turns, play fake, rolls, looks, end zone, it is caught, touchdown, Bears win! Bears win it! North Royalton does it again! I believe that was Matthew Van Steenland who made the catch. The North Royalton Bears have done it again. No Row Nation can celebrate for another week. 33-27, the Bears get the victory. Unbelievable. And a great show. I'll let you be able to see it here. Great show of sportsmanship. The two, obviously, because of COVID, the teams can't, shake hands at the middle of the field like you normally would. Olmsted Falls, helmets off, arms, hands in the air, saluting North Royalton. Great show of sportsmanship. Tip of the cap to what was a tremendous football game and what has been a tremendous story of this October postseason in the state of Ohio. A team that had not won a game in the regular season has pulled off back-to-back upsets here in the playoffs. One against Amherst, and tonight in double overtime, they beat Olmsted Falls 33-27. I'm going to try to verify that was Van Steenland who made the touchdown catch, if I can. But pretty remarkable. Pretty remarkable what we're seeing here is Nick Chuli and his staff and the teammates give high fives. And just looking down on the field, I was watching Charlie Ciolek, the quarterback for Olmsted Falls, say something. And again, sportsmanship all the way around to Patrick McDonald in a show of respect for two guys who really gave, the two teams who gave it all, but two guys who really gave it all. Just seeing the smiles of the North Royalton coaches. They were standing to my right tonight in the visitor coaches box. Yeah, this has been something else here to see a team that I don't think anybody expected much of anything from. Go on the road, beat Amherst in triple overtime, and then come here against an Olmsted Falls team that had been to the playoffs 5 consecutive years coming into 2020 and had a good regular season, 4-2, and just played tonight without fear and gave themselves, started out strong early, had a real good second quarter, and never allowed Olmsted Falls to kind of seize momentum totally. And it'll be the Bears continuing the Cinderella run to round 3 of the playoffs by virtue of this 33-27 victory. You shake your head and you say, boy, you see things you didn't think you'd see during the course of this crazy postseason. And we have seen it here tonight. 33-27, your final score in double overtime. Tyler Carey is with me now. TC. By the by, Brian Crane, bad week to not be here.
Yes.
We missed him. But what phenomenal game, phenomenal performance tonight by the Bears, and they move on.
Dino, I'm going to give you I think the best way to sum this up is a text I received from our very own Denise Pulverine, our digital director here at 3 News, North Royalton resident. She was at this game tonight, one of the lucky few able to get in. Before the touchdown, she texted me, quote, "I'm screaming my poor little lungs out." So what else can you say? I mean, for you and I think this was the game of the year that we've been able to witness so far. Just an incredible, incredible performance. Throw even just the story of North Royalton and the records out the window. Back and forth throughout. 2 great running games, just pounding it out. Some big plays, defenses making some huge stops when they needed to. A relatively clean game, but the 2 interceptions, one by either team, both coming at pretty inopportune times for either squad. And in the end, the touchdown catch. I think others are still trying to figure out who caught that as well. There was some confusion.
Here's what happened, TC. So they do the bootleg, and the normal wide receivers aren't in the game, and they were going double tight end with a full house backfield. And I'm sitting there going, who is it? Because by the time the player made the rolling catch, the entire bench and everything in the sideline was emptied and converged on him. I'm pretty sure it was Van Steedland, but I'm gonna try to verify that. I have to ask Nick Cioli, but I'll try to Nick Julia that. But we'll find out who made the touchdown catch.
I was hoping to get some verification from our friend Rob DeFranco at the Morning Journal. His tweet: Piazza finds a receiver for 7 yards. It finds a receiver. Receiver. He doesn't have the name. But in the end, all that matters is the final score, 33-27 North Royalton. And for all those who said, they only got in because of the pandemic, which is technically true, right now they're going to be in the portion of the bracket where there are only 8 teams remaining in the region, which is what we would have in a normal year. They made the playoffs. This is a bona fide, legit playoff team, and to not just earn it with getting off the schneid of that 0-6 record, but to beat 2 very good teams in 2 thrilling finishes. What else can you say? Tip your hat to them and just enjoy the ride, because this is an incredible, incredible story.
It is. It's one thing, TC, to have a team that wasn't supposed to make the playoffs make a run. It's another thing when you didn't win a game in the regular season. You were 0-6. And, went to Amherst last week. beat the Comets. That's impressed. Hey, this is a great little story. Let's follow. Let's see North Royalton. Let's cover them against Olmsted Falls. Tip of the cap to them for a great performance, and we get a chance to see Olmsted Falls, a traditional power in Division II. And now all of a sudden, North Royalton's moving on again. It's crazy.
It is. And we mentioned that 0-6 record was a little bit deceiving because they played a very, very difficult schedule. But to come in and knock off two traditional playoff contenders is big. And throughout the night, I'm thinking to myself, this team didn't win a single game in the regular season because they didn't play like it. They're playing like a team that right now can compete with anybody in Division II. I don't know. I'm not saying they're going to beat a team like Avon or Avon Lake, but the brothers Abu Hamde doing what they're doing. Piazza had a fantastic game at quarterback.
I thought Michael Piazza was brilliant tonight. Save for the one interception. He ran the offense great. When Abu Hamde was not able to kind of find open holes to run, Piazza became the prime running back for the Bears. And then, when he needed to make completions and make big throws, he did.
And the biggest of which came on the very last play of the game. And he was able to shake off that interception, which did come at a very bad time for the Bears. And that was one of those moments where you think, oh, no, here we go. All Falls could pull away as we think they're going to. And they never did. North Royalton never backed down. They never gave in. And now they are moving on in the playoffs, a 2-6 record. And their confidence, we've mentioned this 100 times, has just got to be through the roof right now.
Right. There was only one sequence I thought tonight watching them, TC, where I looked at a team like maybe you felt like the moment might be too big for them when they had those couple of encroachment penalties.
Mm-hmm.
But they were able to overcome that, and then they get the interception on the second defensive run. They don't play like a team that went winless in the regular season. They don't act like it, and they believe. And they're also playing with house money. I mean, Nick Truly, the way he was calling plays and his offensive coordinator calling plays when they got their second touchdown, going for it on a couple of fourth downs. It's like, what do we have? Nobody thinks we're going to be here. What do we have to lose? Let's just go.
Exactly. They were not supposed to be here. They lose this game. It's like, well, we were supposed to do that anyway. Oh, well, let's just go for it. And that's going to continue no matter how far they go in the playoffs. That's what's going to continue. They're going to be playing with house money, and they can just go in, have fun, and try to pull off another upset. I think a lot of people thought, that Amherst game, great win, but might be a fluke that they'll get their you-know-what's handed to them against Olmsted Falls this week. And it didn't happen. They proved they belong, and it's just you've said it already. It's unbelievable. It's absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah, TC, we do this long enough, and you sit there and you say, I've seen a few things can surprise me. The No Row Nation Express in 2020, I'm surprised. Paint me surprised and happily so for them. It's great for Nick Truly, great for his staff, great for these kids and the families, and it's a great story for us to tell.
Absolutely. All right, Dino, now do you want a few scores?
I would love some scores.
All right, now there's some notable ones. The one, of course, that we've been keeping an eye on is Avon Lake and Wadsworth. The Shoremen ended up pulling away. They win 30-7, so Avon Lake will host North Royalton next week in Lorain County. These last two victories have been great for North Royalton, but I think we can all agree Avon Lake's a very, very different animal. But
the bar keeps getting raised.
Yes.
The bar keeps getting raised.
Yes. Far be it from me to doubt them, to doubt North Royalton anymore at this moment. A few other finals to get to. Brunswick did beat Canton McKinley tonight, 27-14 the final. From Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, the renaissance continues for the Blue Devils. A big, big win. You talk about, I think we mentioned it in the preview show earlier this week, that's a statement victory for that program.
Absolutely. That's a Jim Donovan statement victory for for the Blue Devils. That's great.
No
Congrats to Coach
question.
Pinzone.
No question. Menor ended up pulling away. They beat Stoneman Falls 31-14, the final in that one. They will play either St. Ignatius or Euclid. The Wildcats currently lead that one 27-14 in the fourth quarter. The story of the night, Dino, and it just went final. Holy cow. The number one seed in Division I has gone down in Division I, Region 1. Medina knocks off St. Edward 35-31. That was basically the reaction I had. One of the top state title contenders, not just in Northeast Ohio, in the entire state, is done. I kind of blame myself. We were all saying, it's probably going to be Menor and St. Edward in the regional final again. The Battling Bees battle about as well as you can imagine. They beat St. Edward tonight. Again, the final score, 35-31. They will play either I mixed that up earlier. They'll play either Euclid or St. Ignatius next week. Mentor will take on Brunswick. That region's wide open, Dino. Oh boy.
I'm floored, man. You could knock me over with a feather. Congratulations to Larry Laird and the Bees. We saw them in week 2. We saw Aller and their ability to run that air raid offense and everything, but to shut down the Eagles, or at least do enough where you outscore them, that's tremendous.
I'm just kind of
you talk about a signature win.
A program-defining victory right there, I would say. I think that floored me a little bit more than the North Royalton game that we just witnessed. A few others, Hoban, as we expected, they beat Kent Roosevelt 63-0 tonight. Hudson over Bedford 42-0. Benedictine over Willoughby South 35-0, the final in that one. Norwalk beats Copley 17-10 in a very close matchup there.
Wow.
West Holmes as well. They beat Cloverleaf 38-21. I'm trying to find the Aurora score here. Okay, Aurora is still in the third quarter. They're taking on Notre Dame Cathedral Latin. They're on top 28-14. Dino, welcome to playoff football, my friend.
Welcome to playoff football. Wow. What a night. Again, if you didn't hear TC, if you were to get a sandwich or something and you missed Tyler's update there, St. Edward knocked out of the postseason courtesy of the Medina Battling Bees.
What did I say in our preview show on Wednesday? I am going to be anxious to see where the upsets come from, because it happens every single year.
Yep.
Where there's that team or teams that just pull off that win that you have to do a double take and go, really? That happened? It's happening with North Royalton beating Amherst Steel and Olmsted Falls tonight, and now it's happening with Medina beating St. Edward on the road. Technically they played the game in Elyria, but I don't think anyone pegged Medina to win that game. And as I said earlier, it's anyone's guess who's going to win Region 1 right now in Division 1.
I would agree. Let's put it this way, TC. When Brunswick plays Menor next week, I don't think it's going to be 35-3 or whatever it was when the two teams played a couple weeks ago.
Absolutely not. The Blue Devils have all the confidence in the world, much like we've said of North Royalton. They are riding high after two big wins in this over two good Stark County teams, I might add.
Yeah.
And you've got obviously Euclid and St. Ignatius. Whoever wins that game is going to be a contender for that regional championship. This is fun. Like, all I have to say, this is so much fun, and I'm giddy at the prospect of thinking about what's going to happen these next few weeks. And we're only just getting started. We're just getting started.
We still have like 5 more weeks of this or whatever.
No, it's not even November yet. This is going to go into December. Oh,
love it. Love it.
Don't know if I can handle it, Dino. Don't know if I'll make it.
Well, my friend, we'll see you Wednesday for the preview show. We'll let everybody know where we're going to go at that point, although you and I will be talking about it this weekend because we're going to have a ton of options.
Yes.
And we'll look forward to doing this again next Friday.
Can't wait, Dino. It's going to be, as I said, a lot of fun. And I'm excited to see where it goes from here. That's all I can say.
Absolutely. A wild night in high school football, a wild night here at Olmsted Falls. Again, your final in double overtime. North Royalton shocks the Bulldogs. The Bears 33 and the Bulldogs 27. For Tyler Carey, I'm Dave DeNatale. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening, everyone. Have a great night.